All right, I'm back. This is the last video of the day. Three is a lucky number. I figure there's a third judge, so I might as well do commentary on him too. His name is Dimas. I've never heard of him before. I don't know where he's from or where he's at, but let's check him out. Let's see what we can learn from this footage. Okay, here we go. I like the music. Nice little microwaves. Oh, playing with the lyrics. In the streets. I love the use of levels. He really likes to play with the lyrics. The waves is crazy. Bruh, what? That spine control. Whoa. Where did they find these songs from? Whoa. Wow. Nice little cobra wave. Oh. Shoulders. This dude has some crazy body control. Uh. Uses the feet. Whoa. Whoa. The groundwork. Dang, with the shoulders. Nice. Woo. Dimas is his name. Dimas. Yo, that was crazy. Um, so one thing that I noticed in his round was he used up a lot of his space, a lot more than what it looks like what Rebel Z and what Blindy did. And I think that's one of the things that makes waving so dope is there's like so many vast ways that you can do it. Um, and the way that he does it is kind of the way that I like to wave. I like to play with multiple dimensions, right? And when I say dimensions, I mean like, your normal dimension is the right, left, up, down, but he goes diagonally in the Z space, diagonally in the Z space behind him as well. He plays with that forward and backward. Some people would call that the 3D dimension, but I just call it the Z space since I was an animator, and I had to learn how to animate in 3D. Um, Not like dance animation, but like actual animation. And so that's how why I refer it to the Z space. So you got the X and Y. Wait, you got the X which is going across, and then you got the Y going down. but the Z is going through, forwards and backwards, right? And so he waves in the Z space a lot in combination with the spaces in the diagonals as well as going up and down in the Y axes, right? And going left and right in the X axes. So that's really, really, really hard to do, and really and the reason why it's hard is because you have to not only maintain that that illusion of wave, but also maintain your balance. Also, think about this music, um, and also make it look effortless. Um, I think another thing that's really doing it really well for him is he's like a skinnier fellow. So being skinnier, your body looks a lot linkier, right? And because it's linkier, when he creates that wave, it looks a little bit more natural. Um, Something that I would like to see more, and this isn't a criticism, this is just, he probably already does it, but this is just something, in my opinion, would make this round look a lot better, would be creating different textures with the waves, because it looked like he was just like waving just in one speed the entire time, or two speeds. He has the slow one, and then he's got the really kind of fast, dynamic looking ones, right? Um, and what I'm saying is introduce the ticking wave. You have the rock wave, right? So it's like whoo, 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 whoo. You've got the microwaves, real tiny. You've got the um, um, you got the ripple waves, which is just really fast, right? So those are different textures of waves that he could utilize in his waving. But I think his control of his body, like his chest control, in relationship with his shoulder blades, like the spectori, I don't know, I forget what it's called, but the specula, it's that the back blade, whatever that's called. Um, but somebody that does that really, really well. I think he attempted to do this, but um, I think it could use a little bit more work. But somebody that does that really, really well is James Painting Man, legendary. Um, I've seen Diesel do it a little bit too, and Enox does it, and I've seen um, Pop and Geek does it too. So I'm used to seeing it like at a high level, and I think that when he did it there, I think that there was just too much going on. So on top of, remember the last video we talked about utilizing our focus and spreading our focus. I think for him, his focus is just kind of spread out the entire time, um, which for me it's hard to differentiate the contrast between waves, like the wave, right? Because it looked like he was doing kind of the same wave the entire time, except it was in multiple dimensions and using up different levels, as well as he was playing with the lyrics and the musicality of the track, which I think takes it to another level. But I'm just saying, like, it could go even further if he applied the textures on top of that. But yeah, man, Dimas, he's pretty dope. Like, um, the ease of him going up and going down and doing spins while waving, it's really, really, really hard to do. So yeah, I think the lesson here is yes, utilize your different dimensions, um, as well as utilizing levels and traveling. Um, but we can't forget about texture changes, because those are the things that really um, make your round presentable to the human eye, and it simplifies it in a way where we appreciate the more dynamic stuff, if that makes sense. Because if your round is all dynamic the entire time, then it takes away from what you're doing, because it just the the complexity of it all is it's just too much. But if you simplify, it's like if you simplify it, it's like this. It's like this. If it's just a chart, it looks like that, you know, it's going up and up, so all that sporadicness, it kind of normalizes the round. But if it's just constant, do 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 you see that? You notice the ups and downs, the peaks. You notice the peaks a lot more versus it being just kind of going up like that. So that's just my humble opinion. So yeah, there it is. Dimas Judge Showcase Back to the Future 2001. It's been your boy Corey Roy. Hopefully this is helpful. It's definitely helpful for me to see.